Hey, I was popping. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Lump King channel. And okay, sorry, I was being too much for you, Brittle Easy. If you don't know who that is, go check his channel. But anyhow, this movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly, was a pretty good movie. And overall, yeah, I did really enjoy it. But it has its ups and its downs, and it's definitely not like perfect on a 10 out of 10 like people are saying. People are just writing this series, bro. Or Dragon Ball. It's just probably meaning the Dragon Ball stands or the people who only watch Dragon Ball and no other anime who give it a 10 out of 10 because the only thing it was 10 out of 10 on is the animation. That's it. And the other stuff, most everything was good. But anyhow, I'm gonna start off with the bad because that's always how it is. You always want to get the bad news before the good news, so the good news or the positive can overcome the negative. Anyhow, so my problems with the movie is the main thing: flipping Paragus having his wanting to have revenge on Vegeta. It makes no sense. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense if he wanted to have revenge on King Vegeta because he exiled Broly, his son. Basically sent him to die, but you know he would have survived because you know when they showed up to Planet Vampa, he was already killing people and eating them and stuff. So Broly for sure would have survived, and who knows? I guess he would have lived there for the rest of his days if him and Paragus never escaped. Broly probably would have just been there the rest of his life unless he found a ship like Paragus and left. But who knows if he would even have interest? Because unfortunately, that's the other thing, the problem. We didn't really learn much of anything about Broly. A little bit. Which he is better than the original Broly, but he's still... We don't know Jack about him. Anyhow, so that's the biggest thing. It made no sense why Paragus wanted revenge on Vegeta. Because he's like, oh, King Vegeta, he exiled me. Oh, wait, he's dead. Oh, my whole entire race is dead. Let's go for Vegeta. Even though Vegeta had nothing to do with the situation. I'm like, what? Why would you want to have revenge on Vegeta when he had nothing to do? He's not King Vegeta. He's a separate person. He didn't exile Broly. So it makes no sense. And not only that, it's been 40 years. It said 41 years ago. So I actually was forgetting. I was like, I don't even know how old Goku and Vegeta are. So Goku and Vegeta are like 40 years old. Goku's like a little over 40 because he was already born when the movie started. He was a baby, 41. So Goku was probably born that year. So Goku's probably 41 and Vegeta's probably like 45 or something. I don't know how much older he is. And that's the other thing is find interesting is Broly. I think actually I don't know how old Broly is to Vegeta. I think Broly is actually older than Goku. Yeah, I think so. But not by much. Anyhow, point is, Broly is literally like 40 years old. So it's been 40 years. Paragus and Broly were on Planet Vampa for 40 years, surviving, eating bugs, and for 40 years. And then he still wants revenge. Like, bro, how do you keep a grudge for 40 years? And here's the other thing. The thing that I didn't realize until I watched the movie is that Paragus never knew that Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta. But I did know that crap. Oh yeah, but he did know that Planet Vegeta was destroyed. So then he should be actually thankful because even though it was indirect, King Vegeta saved Broly and him. So he was indirectly saved. Because if he was still on Planet Vegeta, he would have been dead. So yeah. So not only was he saved, he should be thankful that he survived. That why keep the grudge? Oh yeah, I'm gonna hate somebody for 40 years. How do you even hate somebody for that long? That's just the part that has the writing is not good. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it's dumb. So to me, it would have been a lot better if Frieza had his plan. His plan was to use Broly to just take out I guess Vegeta or I don't know, Goku and Vegeta or something. Just have Broly to join his force. And yeah, to Broly to join his force because, you know, Frieza quickly figured out that Broly was really powerful because okay, as I was saying, Frieza would have quickly figured out that Broly was very powerful. So then he could have just used Broly, or Frieza would have just used Broly to take out Goku and Vegeta, because Frieza already wanted it. Which the thing is, Frieza did say he wanted to take out Goku with his own hands, but still, he could have used Broly for something. That would have been a lot better if Frieza is just like, okay, you guys will join the Frieza Force. Then they happen to run into Goku and Vegeta or something, because they're both trying to find the Dragon Balls. And just Frieza was like, you know what? Let's take these dudes out. And Frieza just orders Broly to fight them. That honestly would have been better than Paragus running revenge. And then Paragus would have just been like, oh yeah, it's Vegeta. He's the son of King Vegeta, who I no longer have a grudge against. But why not? Why not get Vegeta banged up a bit or something like that? Like, be like, you know what? Why not have Broly fight him? Like, I don't care that much anymore. Like, boy, 40 years later. So I'm just trying to put that in your head, because it just doesn't make sense and it's just bad writing. So yeah. And yeah, it's also unfortunate that Paragus died not knowing that Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta. Because that was the big thing I was forgetting. I was like, oh yeah, Paragus never knew Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta, and he never knew what a Super Saiyan was either, which I didn't realize, because that was a lot different from the original Broly. So since he never even knew what a Super Saiyan was, he never pushed Broly to become a Super Saiyan, and he never let Broly get his full power, because he was afraid of Broly destroying everything, which can't blame him, because if he didn't, he probably would have got killed and probably would have destroyed everything. Because like when Broly was like turning into a gray ape and all that, and he was always risking his life, so he already cut off his tail for that. So I can't blame Paragus. It makes sense. And then also, they were like, I don't know what that green girl's name is. I'm sorry, I don't know her name is. But she was like blaming Paragus. They're acting like he's the worst father ever. Yeah, Paragus was not the best father, because he didn't treat his son that well, honestly. And yes, he did want him to become a warrior. But it makes sense. He's a Saiyan. That's all they were taught, was to fight, become warriors and all that. So it makes perfect sense why he did that. And yeah, so he wasn't the best father, but he wasn't the worst one. There's way far worse fathers in anime than Paragus. So yeah, Paragus wasn't the best father, but he was an alright one. And then, but yeah, just him having a grudge for 40 years and to put it on somebody who had nothing to do with it was stupid. Okay, so I don't even know how long I've been talking about Paragus. Probably like, I don't know. So, what else? Oh yeah. Frieza and the Dragon Balls really have no use in the story anymore whatsoever. So, Frieza has come back several times, even though most of the times Frieza's coming back, it's not canon. He still came back so many times, but there's no point in having Frieza in a story anymore, because he's still evil, and it doesn't make any sense how. Well, I can't say it doesn't make sense, because some people never change. But there's no point in him being in the story anymore, because every single time Frieza's like, oh my god, I'm gonna take over the world, I'm gonna defeat Goku, I'm gonna defeat Vegeta, I'm gonna rule over the whole universe. That's never gonna happen, because it's Dragon Ball. The villains never win. So what's the point of having Frieza in the series if we know he's never gonna beat Goku or Vegeta, ever? He's never going to, so there's no point. It's just milking and using Frieza. That's why I was thinking that it was better. Oh, this is the point. Maybe Frieza's character could change, not completely, but maybe Frieza could become an anti-hero like Deadpool. He'd be part good, part evil, or he's not completely 100% evil, but he's still partly. And yeah, or maybe slowly become a good guy. Because honestly, even though I know a lot of people wouldn't like it, honestly, it would be better for Frieza to slowly become a good person or anti-hero, then a good person, actually become one of the Z fighters, than to continue being evil forever and losing to Goku and Vegeta over and over. That's why Frieza should just die and never come back. So actually, even though I kind of explained most of this, I already know some of my subscribers aren't gonna see this video because it's like spoilers. I'm gonna have like a separate video talking about Frieza and talk about the Dragon Balls, because yeah, Frieza has, as long as Frieza stays the way he is, which he's not gonna change, I can tell, he has no point in the series. He's just gonna continue being evil and can continue getting beat by Goku and Vegeta over and over and over again. It's gonna be repetitive and predictable, and it ruins it. Frieza, you're useless unless you become anti-hero or you become good. He's useless. So yeah, Frieza has no purpose anymore. And then my problem with the Dragon Balls. The Dragon Balls have always been a part of the story that kind of ruined it, because the Dragon Balls can reverse pretty much anything. Oh, people died, wish them back. Oh, this happens, wish this. The Dragon Balls have always been a part of the plot that just kind of ruins everything, and is always used for BS. And now people are just using the Dragon Balls casually like it's nothing. They're just spoiled now. But it makes sense, but it's stupid. But like, okay, Frieza, we were all thinking that Frieza wanted to wish for immortality like he used to. Oh no, Frieza wants to use the Dragon Balls to be taller. Like, it is so stupid. He wants to use the Dragon Balls to be taller? Are you kidding me? And not that. He wants to be 5 centimeters taller. That makes sense. He said he wants to be taller, but not so, tall enough, but not so that people would notice. What's the point of being taller? You're gonna be taller, but not tall enough for someone to notice? Like, bro. And here's the other thing that I may not be looking at this correctly, is it's a possibility that the whole Dragon Balls or whatever is just comedy now, because you know there's always comedy in Dragon Ball. Maybe the whole point of the Dragon Balls or of that was for comedy. Maybe Frieza wanting to be taller was just for comedy. If it was just for comedy and the author of Toriyama and Toei and everyone who made the movie said, oh yeah, that was just for giggles and laughs, then I guess I would let it pass. Partly, but it's still stupid. Yeah, look, let's use the Dragon Balls to become taller. And then that's the other thing that's funny is they make act like the Earth's Dragon Balls is the only Dragon Balls there is. The Namekians have Dragon Balls too. And not only that, that's the other thing that there might be something I've been missing. But the Dragon Balls on Earth, I remember Shinron got stronger like each time because I think he died or something. I can't remember exactly, but the Dragon Balls on Earth got to where they have 2 or 3 wishes. Unless they retcon that. So either they retcon that or something happened that I forgot. But from last time I remember, Shinron, you had more than 1 wish. And no, I'm not getting confused with the Namekian Shinron. I don't know what his name is. But the Namekian Shinron, he had more than 1 wish from the get-go. He had 2 or 3 wishes from the get-go. But Shinron also got that ability too. He like evolved and got more wishes. So what happened to the other wish? So where's that at? So I'm gonna have to, I don't know, do some more research or something after this video, because it don't make sense why. Yeah, actually I'm about to do that right now. Hold up. Alright, so I did my research on the thing about Shinron having more than 1 wishes, and yes, in the the Buu Saga, it said that Dende remodeled Shinron to where he could do 3 wishes. But the thing that doesn't make any sense, it's stupid, it's just bad writing of Dragon Ball. Shinron can only do more than 1 wish unless they revive several people. If they revive several people at once, or I guess they do a wish with a very big mass of a big value, then they can have more than 1 wish. And that makes no sense. That means that Shinron would be using more power and energy than he would be for 1. So it would make more sense if they said, oh, if you make 3 or a few tiny wishes, then you can do multiple, but you only can do 1 big wish. But in this case, it's saying you have to have a big wish to have the other wishes. That makes no sense. So here we go with Dragon Ball. They're just bad writing and things that don't make sense. It's just, so that's why I've slowly learned out of my years of watching anime, Dragon Ball doesn't have the best writing. So anyhow, yeah, that makes no sense. So I actually got totally off of my point without. This is on kind of a line of what I'm saying on the negatives of the movie. So and this thing's already like 13, 14 minutes, something like that. But anyhow, okay. So yeah, the part with Shinron, I don't even remember what I was really talking about. Goku, oh yeah, that was something else. Frieza's purpose, yeah, Frieza's no purpose. Paragus' reason for revenge was stupid. The Dragon Balls, that's what I was talking about. The Dragon Balls don't really have a purpose either. And so in my opinion, this is what I was gonna say. In my opinion, the best thing to do with the Dragon Balls is to get rid of them. The Dragon Balls ruin the story. Everything is just, they ruin the story. Every situation, oh, let's just use the Dragon Ball. Let's just use the Dragon Ball to wish. Death should actually matter in Dragon Ball or in any series. When someone dies, it should matter. Why should anybody care if someone dies in Dragon Ball? Oh, we have the Dragon Balls to will wish them back. Who cares if anybody dies? They have 3 sets of the Dragon Balls too. 3 sets. They have the Earth one, they have Namek, and they have the Super Dragon Balls that can literally wish for anything. That's the thing that's so stupid with the Dragon Balls. People could just use the Dragon Balls to wish for the most dangerous and drastic things ever. Like, I wish to be the strongest person forever. No one can ever surpass me. How come no one's never done that? Someone could just do that. I wish to be the strongest person being in the universe and then to never be beaten. Then nobody could ever beat them. So people are actually smart. Yeah, but yeah, that's the reason why the Dragon Balls should just be get rid of completely, because they ruin the story. So yeah, in my opinion, you get the Dragon Balls and be like, I wish the Dragon Balls never existed. Or they just disappear. The Dragon Balls are removed from existence, and then all the Dragon Balls disappear, and then death and a lot of other things actually matter. Anyhow, I'm getting too much into Dragon Ball itself and not the movie, so that's my bad. That's why, yeah, these are supposed to be topics for separate videos. But anyhow, I already knew this video was going to be longer. So, Dragon Ball's no purpose. Frieza has no purpose. Paragus' reason for revenge was stupid. And, let's see. Oh, yeah. Broly was not developed enough at all. So, Broly, he barely talked at all in the movie. And when he did talk at first, I was like, thought he was stupid. I'm like, this seems like almost the same Broly because of his like grammar. It's like this man can barely talk. So I'm like, he's like Hulk. But then when he started to have his backstory or whatever, then he actually, he's articulate and actually could talk. I'm like, okay, so this Broly is slightly better, which he is better, but he's still not that good because we don't know anything about him. All we know is that he grew up on planet Vampa his 40 years of life. Yeah. He's been on planet Vampa his whole entire life, and that he can't control his power. Oh, and that he's the legendary Super Saiyan, but they didn't really explain what that was. There was a brief thing where Paragus said, he basically has the power of an ape, except he's not actually an ape. And that's pretty much all he said. So they didn't explain the legendary Super Saiyan whatsoever, so it doesn't really make sense. That's another L for Dragon Ball. They didn't explain the legendary Super Saiyan. They mentioned it, they didn't explain it at all. That's all they did was mention it. So that was an L, and they didn't really explain Broly's power or any of that. That was stupid. Anyhow, the thing I did like about Broly is that the simple fact that he mentioned that story about the monster and them becoming friends and stuff. But then Paragus shot off his ear, and he wears his ear. That's the thing I didn't expect. He wears his ear around his waist. No one would have expected that. No one ever would have guessed that Broly was wearing an ear. Anyhow, I'm not even supposed to be talking about the good things, even though I've been talking about the bad things for a bit now. So, yeah, Broly wasn't developed enough. I wish we got to see more. A way they could have extended the movie out more is they could have showed Broly and the crew go somewhere else. After they got picked up by them, instead of going immediately to Frieza, they could have been doing other stuff. They could have went to other planets, did other stuff. Maybe Broly talked more about his backstory, like when Broly was talking to the green girl and the orange dude. I don't know their names. They could have been go more through its backstory. And Broly could have been talking about his life, because that's all we know is he grew up on that planet, and he became friends with that monster, and then his dad shot off his ear. That's all we know. What else that's all we know. Oh, yeah, and he got strong. He got strong. I mean, he already was strong, but he trained. Paragus trained him. Oh, that's the other thing we didn't see. Why didn't we see Paragus train him? We should have saw Paragus training Broly. Oh my god, there's so many else. There's so many other ways they could have put things in this movie. They could have showed Paragus training Broly, like throughout the ages. Paragus trained Broly when he was a kid, teenager, and adult. Then it showed that there's so many ways they could have extended this movie, bro. And I haven't even talked about the Baraka Gine part yet of the movie, but there wasn't really much of that. That part of the movie was completely fine. There really was nothing for me to add, or I didn't have any complaints on that part. But yep, I think that about wraps up the elves, and then oh wait, let's see, there's two more. So these aren't as major. So these are not major problems. These are just my problems. So Tarble. So apparently Tarble is canon now. He technically was, but I don't know. He's just been out there. Nobody really knew about him. But anyhow, Tarble, Vegeta's brother, was mentioned in the movie. So Tarble is canon now. My problem with that is there's no point in having that. There's Tarble existing. There's no point of it. He has done nothing to the story. He's not gonna do anything in the story, which I don't know for sure. But there's no point. They're just adding on Saiyans. Oh, let's add Broly. Next thing you know, they're gonna have. Are they gonna bring back Turtles? I hope not. We already have enough Gokus. We have Goku Black. We don't need any more Goku people or Goku lookalikes. So please no, I don't want Turtles to come back. But they're just dropping Saiyans. Paragus exists now, boom, because Paragus and Broly weren't canon. Now they're canon. So I hope Turtles, I hope he never comes back to Dragon Ball. I hope he's never canonized because, no. We already have enough Saiyans. We don't need any more Saiyans. They just adding on Saiyans. They're just adding on Saiyans to add on Saiyans. Let's add Tarble. So to me, that's just me. That's not that big of a problem with the movie, but that's just me. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no point in having Tarble exist. And then the other thing is, this also doesn't really matter that much. But at the ending of the movie, when Gogeta was about to finish off Broly, I think it would have been a lot better if he did the Big Bang Kamehameha instead of just a regular Kamehameha, which it was cool, of course. But, yeah, it was, yeah. We should have had that, you know, reference to Dragon Ball GT, even though that's not canon. Yeah. Still, and I think about wraps up the elves, which honestly, of course, I'm gonna talk about more about the elves actually than the good things because I'm not gonna just ride Dragon Ball. So anyhow, yeah, that's about it for the bad things. Oh, yeah, that's about it. So now to talk about my favorite parts of the movie. So of course, the animation is god tier. I think everybody knew that. The animation of this movie was out there. The animation was epic, bro. So the animation was a 10 out of 10. Like I said, the only part of the movie that was 10 out of 10 was the animation. Beautiful, bro. The shots were amazing. That was the only thing that was 10 out of 10. And then, you know. So we got the animation. I love the animation. Then the funniest part was when Goku, Vegeta, and Bulma, they showed up on the Arctic world or continent. Sorry, Arctic continent, aka Antarctica or North Pole. Not the North Pole, Arctic or I don't know, whatever. The Arctic continent. They showed up. Then the Frieza soldiers were there looking for the Dragon Ball, and they saw it. But then once they tried to leave, Vegeta just shot it down. He's like, psych. Boom! He just shot it down, and then Goku landed on it, and he was like breathing on the freaking ship. He's like, and he's making the funniest face ever. That was the funniest part of the movie. I'm like, Goku, what are you doing? Acting like an animal, bro. And he's like, you guys aren't going anywhere. So yeah, that was funny. That was my favorite part. Of my favorites. So, then let's see what else. Also the mysterious Saiyan. Like they had that one picture of that other Saiyan who was with Paragus, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" making all these big speculations and clickbait theories on YouTube. Oh my god, who could this Saiyan be? He was just some nobody Saiyan who ended up being Broly and Paragus' food. So they were about Broly. Paragus stranded himself on the planet because he didn't really think much. He probably should have got some supplies and other things before he went there. But yeah, he's like, we are running out of food and we're getting hungry. So Paragus just killed the dude, and he's like, okay, you'll be food. So they ate him. That's kind of nasty. That's cannibalism. Kind of nasty. Like they had plenty of parasite bugs to eat, which that's all they ate for 40 years. Anyway, I cannot imagine. Although they ate for 40 years were parasite bugs and like eggs. Cause you saw when Broly was a kid, he was like eating out of it like a big bug egg or something. That's all they ate for 40 years, was just bugs and stuff. Oh my goodness. But anyhow, crap. So yeah, that was hilarious that he was just, that saying was just used as food. Everyone making big speculations about. Crap. What? Paragus. Oh yeah, Broly's backstory. I think I already talked about that. But yeah, Broly's backstory about the monster, and they became friends and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I like that part. They should have had way more of a backstory, show way more of that. Did not develop Broly enough at all. You know, Goku didn't. Oh yeah. So when Frieza showed up and he was like talking about I can't remember exactly what he was talking about, but he used some kind of word. It started with an R. I can't remember what it was. It was like Retsubent or something like that. But he said that word in a sentence, and Goku was like, one question, what does that mean? And then that was funny. Everyone in the theater was like laughing and stuff. But that was funny too, because you know Goku's stupid, doesn't know what that means. And yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah, and then the other thing that's funny is a lot of people might have not noticed. Goku said that later on in the movie, when it was the end of the movie and he was talking to Broly and the green girl and the orange dude, he was saying that they live on like a Retsubent planet or whatever. I don't remember what the word is exactly, but I do remember that it means like dangerous or like bad. So it was like a unsafe or bad world or whatever, because you know there's not much on planet Vampa. Yeah, I wonder how they came up with the name Planet Vampa. They thought of Champa and like, let's just put a V instead of a CH. Vampa. Yeah. But anyhow, honestly, the Vampa is probably like it's probably a pun on something, because you already know Toriyama and them always making puns. Anyhow, crap. Mysterious Sand. I think that was about it. Yeah. Yeah. As I said, yeah. So that's about it. I still love the movie overall. Did I say 8 out of 10? I don't know if I said that, but yeah, I'll give the movie 8 out of 10. Not 9, not 10. People saying 11 out of 10. You need to be quiet. Just riding it. Yeah. It was a good movie. It was worth the watch. You guys should go watch. And if anyone's even still watching at this point, yeah, go watch it. A good movie overall. But it's not perfection like people were saying. There's a lot of problems with it. And there's a lot of ways they could have made it better. But yeah. So I definitely will be having separate videos about the Dragon Balls and Frieza, because I bet you half of you guys didn't even make it to the end of the video. But yeah. So, that's the better wrap. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Smash that like button. Let's hit for, I don't know. I'm hitting high. Okay, no, let's not do that. Let's hit for 30, 40 likes. So, yeah. And I mean eventually, because I already know other people are going to see this video, and that's the only reason I said that, because I guarantee you my subscribers would not get it to that level. But anyhow, that's beside the point. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and if you're new and you're still watching, please subscribe for animations, because that's mainly what my channel is going to be. Reviews like this are the side content I like to do, but my main content is animations. I actually have a new parody animation dropping soon on all my Saitama. But anyhow, make sure to subscribe for animations. I'm going to be doing sprite animations of Dragon Ball, Naruto, all the shonen, not only Dragon Ball, but everything else. From Naruto, the One Piece, all of that. And then I'm also going to be soon making anime skits with 3D animation. So that'll be coming soon. But yeah. So stay loyal and become royal. This is Lump King. And stay fresh.
Your own bad energy will be your undoing.